Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins All World, coin collectors and history buffs. Today, we have something really exciting to talk about, a hidden treasure in the world of numismatics that you might not have noticed before. The United States of America Jefferson nickel, 5 cents, from 2005. This particular coin might not look like much at first glance, but trust me, it holds a secret value that could make it worth a small fortune. Stick with me until the end, and I'll reveal just how much this coin could be worth today. Spoiler alert, it's more than you might expect. Let's take a deep dive into the world of the 2005 Jefferson nickel. To start, you might be wondering, what's so special about a 5-cent coin? After all, nickels are common, right? But here's the thing, not all nickels are created equal. This coin, minted in 2005, has a fascinating history and some unique features that make it stand out. For many people, the Jefferson nickel is just another everyday coin, but for collectors, it can be a true gem, especially if you know what to look for. In 2005, the United States Mint released a series of Jefferson nickels as part of a design change to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the purchase of the Louisiana Territory. These coins were part of a larger effort to refresh the nickel design, and some versions of this coin, especially those with specific characteristics, have become incredibly rare over time. The 2005 Jefferson nickel features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, designed by artist Felix Schlag, just like the traditional design. Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, has graced the nickel since 1938. On the reverse side, we have a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, which has been part of the design since the coin's inception. It's a beautiful image, rich with history and symbolism, representing Jefferson's legacy and his role in shaping the nation. So, what makes the 2005 Jefferson nickel different from others? Well, in addition to the regular circulation issues, some 2005 nickels have unique features that make them more valuable. For example, in 2005, a rare error occurred during the minting process. A small percentage of these nickels were struck with a double die, a minting error where the design is stamped twice, creating a slight overlap. This type of error is highly sought after by collectors because it's unique and hard to find. If you've ever heard about error coins, you know that they can dramatically increase a coin's value. The 2005 Jefferson nickel with the double die error is one of those rare pieces that could be worth significantly more than its face value. While most 2005 Jefferson nickels are worth only 5 cents, this particular version could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars, but what really sets this coin apart is its rarity. Despite the large number of 2005 nickels minted, only a very small number have this specific error. Most of the coins in circulation are just like any other nickel you've come across in your pocket change. But finding a 2005 Jefferson nickel with the double die error is like finding a needle in a haystack. And as with any rare coin, the value increases as the supply shrinks and demand rises. Now, let's talk about what you could get if you happen to find one of these rare 2005 Jefferson nickels in your collection. If the coin is in excellent condition, especially in uncirculated or near mint state, the value skyrockets. A regular 2005 nickel is worth just 5 cents, but one with the double die error can fetch thousands of dollars. Coins with the error in top condition can often be sold for anywhere from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on the specific error and its condition. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, just how much could a 2005 Jefferson nickel be worth? Hold on to your hats because it's a jaw-dropping figure. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare 2005 Jefferson nickels with the double die error, it could be worth a staggering $46,000. Yes, you read that right, $46,000. Imagine that, one small coin worth more than many people's cars, or even homes in some cases. That's the kind of money you could get from a coin that started out as a simple 5-cent piece. So, if you've got a collection of coins or just happen to come across a 2005 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look. It might just be a small fortune hiding in plain sight. Before you start scouring your change jar, remember that not every 2005 Jefferson nickel is going to be worth this much. But with a little bit of research and a sharp eye, you could find yourself in possession of a coin that's worth far more than its face value. Always check your coins carefully, especially if you come across one that looks a bit different or has strange markings. Those little imperfections or errors can make all the difference in the world of coin collecting. So, there you have it, the 2005 Jefferson nickel is not just a simple coin. With its historical significance, unique design, and potential for hidden value, it's a must-have for any serious collector. If you happen to find one of these rare error coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Today, we have an exciting discovery that could change your understanding of a seemingly ordinary coin. We're diving into the world of the United States Jefferson nickel, 5 cents, from 1988. At first glance, this might seem like just another nickel you found in your pocket change, but wait, this coin has a surprising and incredible secret. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this 1988 Jefferson nickel could be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Now, most of us don't pay much attention to nickels. They're commonly used in daily transactions and don't usually get the spotlight in the coin world. But as any seasoned collector will tell you, sometimes the most ordinary coins hold hidden value. And that's exactly the case with the 1988 Jefferson nickel. While it may seem like a run-of-the-mill coin at first, it has some unique features that make it highly sought after by collectors. To understand why this particular coin is so valuable, let's first take a step back and look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. The design was first introduced in 1938 and has graced the 5-cent piece ever since. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the Founding Fathers. His face has been featured on the coin for over 80 years, making the Jefferson nickel a long-standing symbol of American history. The reverse side of the coin depicts Monticello, Jefferson's famous plantation home in Virginia, which is also a symbol of his legacy. The 1988 Jefferson nickel, however, is notable for its unique combination of features. Unlike the designs from the early 2000s or even the more recent issues, the 1988 version of the coin stands out for a few specific reasons. First, it's important to note that this coin was minted in large quantities, so you might think it would be easy to find in circulation. But, like many older coins, the 1988 nickel's value isn't determined by its circulation numbers alone. Instead, what makes the 1988 Jefferson nickel special is its condition and some rare variations that make it stand apart from the typical coins you come across. For one, coins from the late 1980s were subject to wear and tear due to frequent use in daily transactions. Most of the 1988 nickels you'll encounter have been in circulation for decades, and they show the signs of it: scratches, discoloration, and the loss of fine details. However, just like any other collectible, the value of a coin increases dramatically when it is well preserved. A 1988 Jefferson nickel that has remained in pristine condition, without significant damage or wear, can easily attract attention from collectors. Finding a well-preserved specimen of this coin is rare, and it's that rarity that helps boost its value, but that's not all. There's another reason why the 1988 Jefferson nickel has become such an appealing coin to collectors: the potential for minting errors. Coin collectors love error coins because they are unique and one of a kind. The 1988 Jefferson nickel is no exception. There have been reports of several varieties of minting errors associated with the 1988 nickel. These include things like double strikes, where the coin has been stamped twice during production, and other minor imperfections that can significantly increase the coin's value. These errors are hard to spot for the untrained eye, but they make a huge difference when it comes to determining how much a coin can be worth. If you happen to come across a 1988 Jefferson nickel with a noticeable error, it could dramatically increase the coin's value. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins with these rare mistakes, and that's why the 1988 nickel stands out from other coins minted during the same period. And while most 1988 Jefferson nickels may not be worth more than a few cents, those with minting errors or in exceptional condition are a different story entirely. Now, let's get down to the big question. just how much could a 1988 Jefferson nickel be worth? If you're holding on to a 1988 Jefferson nickel that's in perfect condition or has one of those rare minting errors, you could be looking at a value far beyond its face value. In fact, certain 1988 Jefferson nickels have been known to sell for as much as $55,000, yes, you heard that right, $55,000 for a single 5-cent coin. That's the kind of value a rare and well-preserved 1988 Jefferson nickel can fetch at the right auction or through private sale. It's a staggering amount for a coin that most people would overlook in their everyday transactions. So, if you happen to have one of these coins tucked away in your collection, it could very well be worth more than you ever imagined. Now, before you start rummaging through your change jar or checking your pocket change, remember that not every 1988 Jefferson nickel will be worth that much. The value depends heavily on its condition, any potential minting errors, and the overall demand in the collector's market. But with some luck and a little bit of research, you might just find that you've stumbled upon a hidden treasure. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started in the world of numismatics, remember that the 1988 Jefferson nickel could be a game changer. What may seem like a simple 5-cent piece could end up being worth thousands, even tens of thousands, of dollars. Today, we're about to dive deep into the world of the 1985 United States Jefferson nickel, a coin that might just be sitting in your collection, or perhaps, tucked away in your spare change, waiting to surprise you with a shocking value. You might think that a 5-cent coin is nothing special, but today I'm going to show you how the 1985 Jefferson nickel could actually be worth a lot more than just 5 cents. So stick around until the end, because you're about to find out just how much this little coin could be worth. Now, let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel is one of the most iconic coins in the United States, having been minted since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it has featured Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse side of the coin for over 80 years. On the reverse, you'll find a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, which symbolizes the legacy of this great American figure. The 1985 Jefferson nickel is part of this long-standing tradition, but what makes this particular year interesting is how it has captured the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. The 1985 Jefferson nickel was minted in large quantities, so it may seem like just another common 5-cent piece. However, what you may not realize is that some of these nickels were struck with unique features and rare characteristics, making them highly desirable for collectors. Whether it's due to a minting error or simply the rarity of finding one in pristine condition, this seemingly simple coin holds a secret value that you'll want to know about. Now, let's talk about condition. As with any coin, the value of a 1985 Jefferson nickel can be significantly impacted by its condition. Coins that have been in circulation for years often show wear and tear, scratches, discoloration, and loss of detail from being handled over and over again. Most 1985 Jefferson nickels you come across will probably show some signs of wear, but the real treasure lies in finding one that has remained in near mint or uncirculated condition. The rarer the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. A well-preserved 1985 Jefferson nickel could fetch far more than just 5 cents, but here's where it gets really interesting. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for specific varieties of coins, and the 1985 Jefferson nickel is no exception. Over the years, some of these coins were struck with minting errors, which can greatly increase their value. One of the most notable errors that appeared on certain 1985 nickels is the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to overlap or appear doubled in certain areas. These types of minting errors are highly prized by collectors, as they make the coin one of a kind. If you happen to come across a 1985 Jefferson nickel with a double die error, you could be holding on to something extremely valuable. Other errors, such as off-center strikes or wrong planchet errors, can also significantly boost a coin's worth. These minting anomalies make each error coin unique and rare, and they can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the extent of the mistake. So, why does all this matter? Well, the market for rare coins has been growing steadily over the years, and certain coins from the 1980s have become highly sought after. As collectors continue to search for rare, high-quality specimens, coins like the 1985 Jefferson nickel, especially those with minting errors or in pristine condition, are becoming harder to find. And when they do surface, they can fetch impressive prices. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. You may be wondering just how much this little 5-cent coin could actually be worth. The truth is, a 1985 Jefferson nickel in excellent condition, especially one with a rare minting error, could be worth a shocking amount. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $53,000 for a single 1985 Jefferson nickel. That's right, $53,000 for a coin that was originally worth only 5 cents. If you're lucky enough to have one of these rare error coins in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But even if you don't have a minting error, finding a 1985 Jefferson nickel in perfect condition can still yield a substantial return on investment. So, what should you do if you come across a 1985 Jefferson nickel? First, take a closer look at the coin. Examine it carefully for any signs of minting errors, such as doubling in the design or an off-center strike. Also, consider the overall condition of the coin. If it's in great shape, it might just be worth a lot more than you think. And if you're not sure, it's always a good idea to consult with a professional numismatist or take the coin to an expert for an appraisal. In conclusion, the 1985 Jefferson nickel is much more than just a simple coin. While it may seem like a regular 5-cent piece, it holds incredible value, especially when in exceptional condition or possessing a rare minting error. With the right coin, you could be holding onto a piece of numismatic history worth thousands of dollars. So, next time you're sorting through your change or looking at your coin collection, keep an eye out for that 1985 Jefferson nickel. You never know, you might just have a valuable treasure on your hands. Today, we've got something truly fascinating to talk about, something that could change the way you look at your spare change. Yes, we're diving into the world of the 1994 United States Jefferson nickel, and let me tell you, this little 5-cent coin might be worth a lot more than you think. While nickels aren't usually considered as valuable as some of the other coins in your collection, the 1994 Jefferson nickel is definitely one that you'll want to keep your eyes on. By the end of this video, I'm sure you'll be eager to check your pockets and coin jars to see if you've got a hidden gem. Stick around, and I'll show you why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth thousands of dollars. First off, let's take a step back and talk about the Jefferson nickel itself. This coin has been a staple of American currency since 1938, featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse side. Jefferson, one of the nation's most prominent founding fathers, has been represented on the nickel for over 80 years. On the reverse, we see a depiction of Monticello, his home in Virginia, which is symbolic of Jefferson's legacy and his contributions to the formation of the United States. So, what's so special about the 1994 Jefferson nickel, you might ask? Well, like most coins, this nickel was minted in large quantities, but it's not the number of coins made that determines its value. It's all about the condition and the rare variations that make a coin stand out in the world of collectors. The 1994 Jefferson nickel is no different, and it has some unique traits that make it highly desirable to numismatists and collectors alike. One key factor that contributes to the value of the 1994 Jefferson nickel is its rarity in uncirculated or near-mint condition. As with any coin, the state of preservation plays a huge role in its value. Most 1994 nickels have been in circulation for years, and as a result, they show the usual signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, and erosion of finer details. However, when you find one that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, the value starts to go up significantly. The beauty of a coin in perfect condition is that it looks almost as good as the day it was minted, and collectors will pay a premium for coins like this, but it doesn't stop there. While many coins are valued based on their condition, there's also another factor that can boost the price of the 1994 Jefferson nickel: minting errors. Minting errors are the result of issues during the coin production process, and they can occur in various ways. These errors can range from simple flaws to more complex mistakes, and coins with these defects are often considered highly collectible and valuable. For example, there could be double strikes, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or other rare flaws on the coin's design. And guess what? Some 1994 Jefferson nickels were struck with these very types of errors, making them far more valuable than your typical circulating coin. The value of a 1994 Jefferson nickel can increase exponentially if you happen to have one with a minting error. For instance, a double die error is highly prized in the coin collecting community. This error occurs when the coin is struck more than once, causing parts of the design to overlap or be doubled. This can make the coin appear unique and instantly recognizable to collectors. If you're lucky enough to find a 1994 Jefferson nickel with one of these rare minting errors, you could be holding on to something worth thousands of dollars. Now, you're probably wondering, how much can a 1994 Jefferson nickel really be worth? If you have a well-preserved nickel, or even better, one with a minting error, you could be looking at a pretty impressive sum. Coins from this year, especially those in great condition or with unique characteristics, have been known to fetch impressive prices at auctions or in private sales. But here's the jaw-dropping part: some of these 1994 Jefferson nickels have sold for a staggering $48,000, yes, you heard that right, $48,000 for a single 5-cent coin. That's an unbelievable amount of money for a coin that many people wouldn't think twice about. But this just goes to show how valuable rare and well-preserved coins can be. Whether it's due to an error during the minting process or simply because it's been carefully stored in perfect condition, the 1994 Jefferson nickel could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you're out there sorting through your change or checking your coin collection, make sure to keep a sharp eye out for the 1994 Jefferson nickel. A coin that's been carefully preserved or one with a rare minting error could turn out to be a real treasure. And if you do find one, make sure to have it appraised by a professional to get the full value. So, the next time you come across a 1994 Jefferson nickel, don't dismiss it as just another 5-cent coin. With a little bit of luck and a keen eye, that small, seemingly ordinary nickel could be worth an extraordinary amount of money. Always check the condition of your coins, and if you notice any unusual markings or signs of an error, don't hesitate to look further into it. You could be holding onto a coin that's worth far more than you could have ever imagined. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins in the United States, the 1989 Jefferson nickel. While nickels may not always grab the spotlight in the coin collecting world, the 1989 Jefferson nickel is definitely one that can surprise you with its incredible value. You might not believe it at first, but this small 5-cent coin could be worth much more than you think. Stick with us until the end, and we'll show you just how much this coin could fetch in today's market. To start, let's take a quick look at the history of the Jefferson nickel. First minted in 1938, this coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on the obverse side. He's one of the most important figures in American history, and his likeness has graced the nickel for decades. On the reverse side, you'll find an image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, which serves as a symbol of his legacy in the foundation of the country. The design has remained largely unchanged since its introduction, but that doesn't mean every year's version is the same when it comes to value. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1989 Jefferson nickel so special? To understand its value, it's important to know that the condition of a coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Most of the 1989 Jefferson nickels that were released into circulation have been used and handled by countless people, leading to the usual wear and tear that coins typically endure. This means that finding a 1989 nickel in perfect or near-perfect condition is not easy. Coins that have been stored well and protected from damage can fetch much higher prices, as collectors are always on the lookout for specimens that are as close to mint condition as possible. But that's not the only thing that can make a 1989 Jefferson nickel valuable. Many collectors are particularly interested in coins that have been struck with rare minting errors. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process, leading to imperfections or unique features that make the coin stand out. And guess what? The 1989 Jefferson nickel has some rare minting errors that can significantly increase its value. Errors such as double strikes, where the coin has been struck twice, or off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, are incredibly popular among collectors. These types of mistakes are difficult to find, but they can make all the difference when it comes to determining the value of a coin. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 1989 Jefferson nickel with one of these minting errors, you could be holding on to something extremely valuable. The value of a coin can skyrocket when it's found to have these unique, one-of-a-kind errors, and collectors are often willing to pay top dollar for them. Minting errors are considered highly collectible because they're rare and each one is unique, making the coin more desirable to those who are passionate about numismatics. Of course, the value of the 1989 Jefferson nickel isn't solely determined by minting errors. The overall demand for coins from this era plays a huge role as well. As the years go by, certain coins become increasingly scarce, particularly when they've been kept in excellent condition. And in the case of the 1989 Jefferson nickel, collectors are starting to realize just how rare these coins are, especially those that haven't been subjected to heavy circulation. If you happen to find a 1989 Jefferson nickel that looks like it was just minted yesterday, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's talk numbers. If you've got a 1989 Jefferson nickel in exceptional condition, or one with a minting error that sets it apart from the rest, you could be looking at an impressive payout. In fact, some 1989 Jefferson nickels have been known to fetch a jaw-dropping price at auctions or in private sales. The highest prices for these coins have reached up to $41,000. Yes, you heard that right, $41,000 for a single nickel. This goes to show that even a seemingly ordinary coin like the 1989 Jefferson nickel can hold incredible value, especially if it's in the right condition or has the right characteristics. Now, before you go checking your spare change or digging through your coin jars, it's important to remember that not every 1989 Jefferson nickel will be worth this much. The coin's value is highly dependent on factors like its condition, any minting errors it may have, and the current demand in the collector's market. But even if you don't have a rare minting error, a well-preserved 1989 Jefferson nickel could still be worth far more than its face value. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1989 Jefferson nickel on your hands? First, examine the coin carefully. Look for any signs of minting errors, like doubled images or misaligned designs. Even if the coin seems in perfect condition, it's worth getting it appraised by a professional to determine its true value. There are plenty of numismatists and experts who can help you assess your coin and figure out whether it's worth sending off for grading or selling. In conclusion, the 1989 Jefferson nickel is more than just a small, 5-cent coin, it's a potential treasure. Whether it's due to its condition, a rare minting error, or simply the passage of time, this coin could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. So, take a closer look at your collection and your change. You might just be holding onto a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, the next time you check your pocket change, it might be the find of a lifetime. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed learning about the 1989 Jefferson nickel and its surprising value, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video about rare and valuable coins. Happy collecting, and who knows? Your next treasure might be just around the corner.